friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here and you're watching the detailed camera review of the new smartphone from Oppo under the Reno series in India, the Reno 3 Pro with quad rear cameras. The Reno 3 Pro has a specialty that it also packs a 44 megapixel dual selfie camera, which is again first in India. So let's dive deep into the camera and see how it performs for the price segment. In terms of the camera hardware, it sports a quad rear camera with 64 megapixel ultra clear primary camera with f-stop 1.8 aperture, and you also get a 13 megapixel telephoto lens with f2.4, and there is an ultra wide angle 8 megapixel camera with 119 field of view along with 2 megapixel mono lens. There is also LED flash included. Now moving on to the front camera, this is a 44 megapixel unit with f2.4 aperture. Along with that, it also comes with a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So now let's find out how the camera performs in different light conditions. First step, let's have a look at the video quality. The Oppo Reno 3 Pro can record videos in 1080p resolution at 30 fps with electronic image stabilization, and the footage looks quite good and the stabilization is also very good. The sharpness levels are quite good, but we felt it could have been a tad better. The colors are spot on and there is absolutely no saturation issues. The phone also supports 1080p at 60 fps along with 720p. Since it has a telephoto lens, you can do digital zoom while doing video recording. You can go from ultra wide angle to 10x digital zoom while recording videos. The phone also packs an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and the video quality at 1080p resolution is strictly average. There is stabilization on offer, but overall clarity looked quite average. The phone can also do 4K at 30 fps without stabilization, and this is recommended only if you are not walking or moving, since there is a lot of shake since it does not have stabilization. The phone also supports slow motion at 30 fps at 1080p resolution. This is the video recording taken using the ultra steadying mode on the Oppo Reno 3 Pro, and this records videos in 1080p resolution, so you can judge yourself how good the ultra steady pro mode works. So right now we are shooting this video with the video bokeh mode available on the Reno 3. Now moving on to the photos. The daylight shots taken with the 64 megapixel camera came out well. The important thing to note here is the color reproduction, which is closer to natural colors and does a pretty good job. There is absolutely no saturation issues. The details are good since we have already seen the 64 megapixel shooter on other smartphones. The sharpness levels are also good. There is good amount of details even when you zoom into the pictures. There is also a dedicated 64 megapixel mode where the images are shot in 64 megapixel resolution and has almost 20 MB in size. Here again they offer great details. There is also auto HDR mode available, and the dynamic range is good for the rear camera. Now another important feature of the Reno 3 Pro, as I said before, is a telephoto lens, which is capable of up to 20x digital zoom. The 2x optical zoom and the 5x hybrid zoom are very much usable, while the 20x digital zoom is just to show off the details and not of great quality. The 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera shots came out average, and this is nowhere close to what the primary camera offers. There is too much of softening happening towards the edges, and the distortion is slightly on the higher side. The close-up shots taken with the camera was good, and it has good details, natural colors and also sharpness levels. The phone misses out on macro lens, which is gaining popularity these days. is a highlight of the device. You can shoot some really great selfies with excellent details, sharpness and colors. The dynamic range is also very good. If you're a selfie lover, you definitely love this phone. The skin tones are good and so is the sharpness levels. We turned off the beauty mode since we like selfies without the beauty mode turned on. But since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on how good the clarity for the photos are. There is also portrait selfies on offer, which again does an amazing job in edge detection with a secondary 2 megapixel camera. So in short, the Oppo Reno 3 Pro is a selfie king. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera using the 44 megapixel sensor. So summing up, the Reno 3 Pro camera performance is definitely good in almost all areas except for the ultra wide angle camera where the clarity was not that great both in photos and videos and turned out to be pretty much average, but it can be fixed with software updates. Oppo with the Reno 3 Pro once again proves that they are the selfie expert with a 44 megapixel shooter which gives impressive selfies. All in all, the Reno 3 Pro has a good quad camera setup which won't disappoint you. So that was the detailed camera review of the Reno 3 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.